Good time zone. And a happy birthday to all those around the world. Can you believe this is another gigabyte update? After that 9 gigabyte one, what did that one add? Who knows? I just can't believe this one was another gigabyte. Although this one added, I guess, 2 new game modes as well, so that's a thing, but still kind of crazy. Is it letting me in? Weird. This is another chock full update of great skins, great characters. It is actually letting me in. Is it early nowadays? Is that what's happening? Is there a time change? Did that happen? That always throws me off. Well, guess we'll get in it. Take a look at things. Get an early start. Wha-bam. What is this? Who knows? Reward after 180 total day sign-ins. Cumulative sign-in, 1900 days. That's a little late. Your path has never wavered ever since you set foot on this ship. You witness our days and nights as well as the footprints you leave behind. The path is long, but you walk resolute. Get a dynamic icon. 365-day cumulative sign-in. You have seen the many corners of this land with Rose Island, witness, explore, struggle. Changes happen because of you. The course of Rose Island remains yours to chart. That's actually a really cute EFP. I think I'm going to use that one. It's been a while since I've changed. That's very cute. 1,000-day cumulative login. Wow. Skins for 1,000 days. All those moments innumerable, everyone uniquely precious. You have experienced much, gained much, and lost much. You did not realize the path was so winding and treacherous until you took a look behind you. Here and now, though, we have hopes. We still have dreams, and we still have tomorrow. Test Collection Series Moonlight Voyage, themed around the night sky, the moon, and oceanic voyages. The dreamlike weave of star and sea feels like going on a fantastical journey with drifting moon and stars as companions. It is animated too. Neat. Celebration login. Nice. What is this? Oh, is that the... That's the operator skin. I see. Bono R skin. Phantom Solitaire. You know, I never beat Phantom Solitaire when it came out because I was too pathetic. But maybe now I can. So many things. Ah yes, the maid skin. What is that one? Yeah, so usually we talk about like what's actually in this update. What is actually in this update? We got a new Mulesys module, a new Silence module, the Thorns module I've been waiting for, a Crown Slayer module, modules for Liberators, Arketos specialization module, and a Mizuki specialization module. And Geeks as a class got adjusted. They no longer can be killed from their HP loss. And I guess it's also a bit slower. Wow. You don't see that too often. Specialization module, eh? In integrated strategies, for every deployed operator with an offensive recovery skill, her attack range is +1 up to a maximum of 3. That's interesting. In integrated strategies, all operators with offensive recovery skills will benefit from this effect and will gain SP from Arketo's attacks, and all operators with offensive recovery skills have a 50% attack while their skill is active. The benefit they get is, of course, every 2.5 seconds they restore one skill point to all deployed snipers that have offensive recovery. That's pretty nice. If you use a lot of offense recovery, at least. Mulesky's module, which I didn't know she was getting another one. The unit can designate one tactical point within range to call reinforcements. Enemies blocked by reinforcements are more likely to be attacked, and this unit's attack is increased by 165% when attacking blocked enemies by the reinforcement. So, interesting. So, higher damage when attacking the blocked enemy, and also makes those enemies likely to be attacked, as opposed to the other module, which reduces the damage taken by the clone when they are blocking. And this one updates her Rhine Lab talent. When in a squad, all Rhine Lab operators have -2 DP cost, and the first one deployed has initial -1. When Flowing Shape duplicates a Rhine Lab operator, Mulesky's will gain 10 SP, and the duplicated Rhine Lab operator gains 10 SP when deployed. That's interesting as well. Can't say that's better than her other module though, but that's interesting. Uses the new material. And the nervous impairment for Thorns that I've been waiting for. Definitely gotta get that. Deals 10% as nervous impairment. If they're under bursts of nervous impairment, deals elemental damage instead of poison damage. Which, of course, poison damage is just arts damage. 2.5 times. Very cool. Bunch of people I can't look at, unfortunately. Why is Ines's thing here? Oh yeah, I unlocked the ability to get Ines's module, but I haven't got it yet. And yeah, so a bunch of people, I saw this mentioned the other day. I forget where I saw it, but I guess on patch notes or something. But a bunch of people got English voice lines. So Chongyu's skin, which didn't have English voice lines, has English voice lines now, which is nice.
Doctor, I'm here to serve as stunt coordinator for Nyan's motion picture. The actors here have never been trained in Kung Fu, but you will find that their diligent rehearsal is no less impressive or touching. What? The male lead is injured? Oh, what should we do? Huh? You want me to take the role?
Very nice. Arketo and Passenger got English voice lines? I thought Passenger maybe already had that, but I guess not. It's listing Federico, but he already had English too. I think it's because his skin didn't have it, but he always had it. Baseball, pretty sure. Same thing with Arturia. I guess her skin, which I didn't buy, also didn't have it. I don't know. There you go. Arketta, though. Rita Angel Taylor.
Landon Monastery's clerics form no normal clergy, you know? Rather than prayer, we're much more about taking up arms to defend Laterano. That's how it goes, but our finances have been in a sorry state these past few years. The justice of guarding others with the faith we harbor. Surely the Lord permits us that. I feel like I heard bells.
A bit smoother than I would have thought, but I don't
Just
don't
my
dislike it.
imagination. Cleric of Landon Monastery, Operator Arketto. Today on, I'll be in formal cooperation with you for the rebuilding of the Landon Monastery, famed far and...
Fair enough, passenger. Bad boy passenger.
The Originium crystal on my forehead is often regarded as an adornment. A very convenient mistake, saving me the effort of concealing my infected status. However, every time pain crosses my brows, I am deeply struck by my own folly. I've always yearned to leave Sargon, yet where lies the path that truly belongs to me?
Yeah, I would have thought he did. I also didn't know that thing on his head, which I've never really looked at, was an oranginium crystal. That's neat, actually. Also sounds like exactly what I would think he would sound like. Point of order, while we're here, I mastered Monster's third skill. For maximum damage. So many things. There we go. Outfit store. Buying the Wishadel outfit, because although I don't have it, this is a great outfit. Better than her base outfit, to be honest.
We're finally here, Doctor. Is this ship floating out in space supposed to be an old haunt of yours? What? Feeling anxious? Well, too bad. You don't have a choice. Wishadel, here to destroy your Originium project now that it's running wild.
That was a very first cool introduction, but did you catch what she said? Is that ship floating out in space your an old haunt of yours? Are we going to space? Are we going to space at some point? Test Collection Series Supernova. Clothes Wishadel wears when stepping into the unknown of space to corral Oranginium run wild. Okay. According to her, since she's here to clean up the trash, she should wear something suitable for the occasion. I think we're going to space, guys. Which would potentially fit, because there is like a spacey scene in the concept trailer, it feels like. Of course, Oranginium is running wild. That's nothing new. We saw that. Very good outfit, though. Maybe I'll have her one day. Maybe not. An Arketo outfit, her nunnery outfit, aka a habit. Some people really like nuns. I'm very ambivalent. Muinar outfit, very cool. Yeah, I'll buy it. Because it's armor. Gotta support the armor outfit. Iteration Provident Roar Against the Wilds. Muinar's iteration from Decision Point F3019226. The Black Riders have finally arrived at the Forgotten Plains, but the Hermit King chooses not to leave. Instead, he bears the way alone. So we've got another alternate timeline outfit, apparently. What's going on in the background? That is not a Pegasus. I mean, there are some Pegasuses, but I don't know what's going on in the background. Dragons, maybe? I don't know. Meta outfit, which is neat, but I do like her armor one, so I don't think I'm gonna get this one. Not bad though. This one's more modern. This one reminds me of like the Pinus Sylvestris style of armor. It's got the plastic armor vibe. Cantabile, just like casual clothes. Mizuki outfit. Kind of a weird pose, gonna be honest. Fair enough. And technically, I do have Muinar. I could use it. What was his other one? Oh yeah, just cool suit sort of thing. Oh, a little intro. And now we've got a double 6-star poll. It's been a while. The UI for this is different. The buttons are different. They're like a little bit sleeker, it feels. Did you all watch the 3D trailer for this event? Because it was awesome. One of my I think it's my favorite in a while. It's very action-packed compared to the past ones. Past few ones have been very just kind of like, it's artsy, I guess. But this one is very cool. And specifically, I really like how they had Lumen fighting up. Wheelchair combat has never looked so cool. I always wondered what that would be like for her, so seeing it in action was awesome. Both of these characters are classes I've never used, really. But there's a first time for everything. Both of these characters are super cool. Lumuin is a Deadeye Diploma Persecutionist Internationalis. Elite or leader units who are within a Laterano operator's attack range for more than 8 seconds become wanted, taking 15% more damage from Laterano operators. Lumuin can attack all wanted enemies. That's cool. That's very unique. Modus extraditio fugitivi. After being deployed for 20 seconds, attack plus 10%, and Lumuin's ammo type skills have +1 capacity. Oh, she has ammo? Fair enough. She's a logistics operator, which makes sense. Salve etiam. Increases attack by 210% when attacking and attacks additional target. Honesta missio. Attack speed plus 80, attack plus 70%. When there are wanted enemies on the battlefield, consumes a bullet to take aim for up to 3.5 seconds before firing a shot that ignores dodge. We haven't had dodge enemies in a long time, but I'll take a new character who can ignore that. While aiming, attacks... Also, does that mean there's going to be dodge enemies this time? While aiming, attacks gradually increase from 180% to 425%. If attack is higher than the sum of the target's remaining HP and defense, stops aiming and immediately fires. Oh, interesting. So she will aim for up to 3.5 seconds it'll take to aim, and during that 3.5 seconds, her attack will gradually increase until it is higher than the total sum of the target's HP and defense, and that's when she'll stop aiming and attack. Very interesting. Salutatio Scolpetti Momento Mori. Stops attacking, consuming 1 bullet every 0.5 seconds to lock onto enemies in succession. When the skill ends, bombards the positions of all locked on enemies, dealing 300% attack as AoE damage per bombardment. Damage increases to 450% for enemies in the center. Neat, a little bit like via meta, kind of. And her module currently increases her second talent, which reduces the time it takes, increases the damage and the ammo capacity, and gives ammo to other Laterano ammo type skills. Which is that one guy, the pencil pusher guy, and is there anyone else with ammo who's Laterano? Probably. I don't remember though. Executor Alter, that's true, yeah. We did get him. You know what I didn't do? I should have prepared to use him for the event. I did not prepare for that at all. I totally forgot. I should have do that. I can upgrade him real quick, probably. Totally just did not cross my mind at all. And then Exia, the New Covenant. My first geek. Never used a geek, even though Ak was one of my first 6 stars. Firepower FM. When deployed, it recovers 6% HP whenever an allied operator consumes ammo. Interesting. In addition, there is a 25% chance to bombard the enemies with that operator's attack range, dealing 150% of Exia, the New Covenant's attack as splash damage. Huh. She just has a free off-cycle attack, huh? 25% chance, but that's interesting. When deployed, operators with ammo type skills gain attack. Practice doubled for Laterano. Is Laterano team a thing in the future? Is that seems like they're pushing for a Laterano team. I don't know if that's like a new viable team. But they're definitely pushing for it. Sweeping the Skies. Attacks deal 250% attack as physical damage and prioritizes attacking aerial units. Little callback to being a sniper. That's always fun. If manually deactivated, fires all remaining ammo at random enemies within attack range. Shootaholic. Man, the skill aesthetics between she and her sister. Her skills are shootaholic, and her sister's skills are very Latin. Like, yes, I am an official like government operative. Shootaholic steals attack speed from allied operator within attack range. There's the geek mechanic. Both this unit and the targeted operator gain a barrier equal to 250% max HP, which decays. Attack interval reduces. Each attack deals 300% attack. Gains more ammo when stealing the attack speed. Very interesting. Guaranteed success. Attack plus 30%, and attack hit 5 times for 160% of attack per hit. If delivery coordinates are on the field, deals a single instance of splash damage equal to 250% of attack at its location, and deploys the ground operator with the longest redeployment time there, granting that operator 6 SP. Gains delivery coordinates after deployment. Skill activation grants 50 ammo. Each attack consumes 5 ammo. And the skill ends and all ammo is used. I see. So that's how the revive works. Okay. So you place it somewhere, and then the person who's on cooldown can be redeployed there. So less of a magical revive and more of just a new, fast redeploy sort of thing, like thematically. She's got dormitory and logistics. For every Laterano operator in the trade post, 15% order acquisition. That's a lot. I mean, I guess it can only really go up to 45%, but 45% is pretty good. We'll do the free roll.
Codename Erin, officially joining.
Actually, who's the other person joining? Oh yeah, Grace Bearer. Grace Bearer is a new new guard type. Pretty sure people were saying pretty good new guard type. Definitely, I am actually interested in that.
Pleasure to meet you, Chief. I am Shaw of the Lungman Fire Department, reporting for duty.
Where am I?
Hajimemashite, Doctor! Shinjin operator.
Captain of Reserve Op Team A6, Orchid.
I am Grace Bearer, a nun from Bolivar. Give me your hand, Doctor, and our Lord shall grant you his blessings.
Spuria, liaison from the 6th Tribunal of the Lateran Curia, here for cultural exchange.
Oh, Spuria. Did you see Fia? No. You're delusional. Grace Bearer is our second nun guard, although I guess Spectre was a fake nun. But that's still 2 nun guards. Third nun character overall, which is also interesting.
医療オペレーターのススーロで
Although Arketo doesn't wear a habit, although she now has a habit skin, so, you know. We'll see how broke I go from this. Pulling 2 6 stars,
Captain of Reserve
guaranteed
Op
to
Team
waste a
A6,
lot.
Orchid, report.
My codename is Beagle. I know I
2
didn't
different
very
6
well when I
stars,
said-
especially.
Reserve Op Team A6 Catapult reporting in. Hey!
Pleasure to meet
Oh,
you.
right,
Doctor.
all right.
Just Lemuel is fine, thanks. Would you rather discuss work with a cardinal of the 7th Tribunal? Or show Elsbig's sister around her workplace? The choice is yours.
I'm glad we can confirm I've been saying her name correctly this whole time. It's Lemuin Yu. guess L is Axia, right? So where does the L come from, though?
Show me your brightest.
One down. One more to go. Wow, is that the Wishadel visiting the stream? Big fan of all your work. We're about to go sub, actually, no, not, one more, and then we'll be sub 100k for the first time in a decent amount of time, a year maybe? Star right off the front. That's
Tempest platoon leader
Horn
reporting in, Doctor of Rhodes Island. I've already borne witness to your own tactics and the fighting spirit of Rhodes Island's operators. Under our ensuing cooperation, I and my troops will heed your orders.
And there's nothing worse than getting an off banner 6-star. At least they're new though for me. My first horn. Except, you know, Victoria arc is over, Horn. You're retired now. I'm willing to pull for some more. Also, I can buy more tickets. I do have to... Can't pull everything now. Because there is another character coming up. I do have to stop myself eventually. All in, can't go all in. Lynn's coming up, and honestly, I like Lynn more than Exia.
I'm Royal Detective May, and I ask you co-op.
Long time no see, leader. Radiant as ever, aren't you? If you've got anything that needs delivering in Laterano, you come straight to me.
I don't have to go all in. It's that easy. It wasn't that easy. Pretty easy.
I'm Vanilla, trainee operator for...
Wishadel is on the banner, and in some universe that's tempting, but it's not worth it at all to try and get Wishadel. Only way you're gonna get one of the old limiteds is pure chance. If like, instead of getting Horn, we would get one of them, but we got Horn instead, and that's not bad. That's not bad. At least it wasn't some other character like Scotty for the 3rd time in a row. Of course, I am prepared to level up both Exia and Lumuin. I also can't help but notice this whole time my bitrate has been cut in half. I don't know why. It's been a while since I've had a problem with that. But I guess as long as the stream works. So yeah, Grace Bearer. Primal Guard. Blocks 2, inflicts elemental damage. Her talent increases attack by 10% after defeating an enemy under the burst effect of nervous impairment, and attack increases to by a further 15%. I guess that's one time. Spellcracking Elegy, attacks hit twice. Every attack deals 100% of attack as physical, an additional 10% has nervous impairment. And our second skill is a 3x3 square around her. Immediately deals 180% of attack as physical damage 3 times up to 5 nearby ground enemies. If a target enemy is under nervous impairment, this skill deals elemental damage instead. Combine her with Thorns, I suppose.
Right there. You edited out one of the gorier scenes, didn't you?
Did I? We'll start with Elite 1. For both of them first.
After having worked together all this time, why are you only getting around to the ceremony now? If you were too busy, you should have asked me to help. Right there. You edited out one of the gorier scenes, didn't you?
Relax, leader. I'm going to one-up my lame old performances in these battle records. Giving me such a long list? I'm not worried about finishing it, of course. I'm worried I might do such a good job that you'll drop all your delivery work on me next time, you know?
Isn't delivering your job?
Relax, leader. I'm going to one-up my lame old performances in these battle records.
Cool. Awesome. Let's get into it, shall we? The Masses Travels, which isn't the most elegant name for an event that they've had, but that's okay. You know, we're gonna watch this. I really like this. I don't know what's up with the kids in this though. Why is there just a room full of children? And why are they potentially not real people? Because if you watch this, there's some parts that are weirdly glitchy, like holographic. Also, that note, I tried to translate, and what I got was maybe it says follow the cake. Don't know what that means either. See, the cake like glitches out there. Picture glitches out. I also like seeing how a caster like Arturia would do in combat, how that works. Neat to see that visualized as well. Great trailer. We have a vocal background track for this. So what happened last time? Well, I didn't actually prepare a whole summary of events because I feel like the events that lead up to this, and maybe I'm completely wrong, but it's not so much about what specifically happened in those events, but the things that happened in addition to those events. So, I mean, it started with Guide Ahead, then we have Hortus de Escapismo, even Zwillingssturm im Erst, and then even a little bit at the end of episode 15. Stuff is going down in Laterano. The Law, the supercomputer storage device created by the predecessors that has some, that like stores all the information that they were using on the planet, as we found out in episode 15. It's like the main database. But also somehow like turned the TCAS into Sancta. Detected an encroaching apocalypse. And so recommended Federico as a operator who can help. And so the Pope appointed him as a new saint, one of the first saints that isn't like part of the church itself. And then he was sent on a mission in Hortus de Escapismo to like kind of test himself. But he is part of the group that's supposed to help save, if not just Laterano, then the whole world. Because in Zwillingssturm, the evangelist, the Pope, went and made an alliance with Laetania about this coming threat, and also pardoned Arturia. And made her a saint to put her also on this mission. And despite what everyone says, Arturia really wasn't much of a criminal, and isn't like evil in any way whatsoever. But I digress. Something then happens in Laterano. Laterano goes dark, as it was described in what update? I don't remember which update specifically said that, but there was an update that had a bunch of little like snippets at the end of it, and one of those was like Laterano went dark. And at the end of episode 15, we see Orin. Something happens to Orin, and he turns into maybe a fallen, or even something new, and just randomly he was out, I guess, hunting a Sarkaz or something, and something happens. And the Sarkaz freaks out. He's like, oh my god, like, he just turned into a monster, like, what's happening? And Orin's confused. But there might be some sort of going dark, might be not so much like a power thing or like a communications thing, as it's often used, at least IRL, but more like the people themselves are, I don't know if there's like a mass falling or something. We'll find out. How Exia ties into all of this, really, she hasn't been part of any of that storyline up until now. So I guess we'll find out in this event specifically why she's here. Lemuin has been in the Laterano events from Guide Ahead. She was in Hortus de Escapismo. She was sent with Orin to that monastery originally, ahead of Federico. Lemuin is... Maybe we'll see some of Lemuin... maybe we'll see Anduin again. In Guide Ahead, Lemuin's was involved because Anduin was a former like teammate of hers, and he was causing some bit of trouble because he's part of like some kind of heretical movement. He also I'm pretty sure he's the one who put Lemuin in a wheelchair, right? If I remember correctly. And Mostema fell because she shot Anduin. But I don't know if any of that's actually relevant to this. It might be. I think that's everything, pretty much. Like, I could be wrong, and the stories themselves could be important. Like, maybe the monastery will come back in some way. I don't know where, how, or why, but more so, it's just like these characters have... All of this has been kind of just preparing these characters to create this, at least for Federico, to create a team to help save Laterano. I assume Lemuin's probably part of that. Maybe Exia joins that as well. Maybe that's why she's here. And becomes her altar because of that. Like Federico got his altar because of this as well. Fallen. Demons mutter in their ears, and so the angels' halos are extinguished. We're just jumping right into it. Honestly, it would be really cool if what happens is that, based on the Orin interaction, that maybe the Sarkaz somehow are added into the law, and so by Orin like attacking the Sarkaz, he breaks the law, and therefore that's why he falls. And so like all of the Laterano begins to fall because they've all just been bigots against the Sarkaz. Probably not that simple, but that would be some just desserts. Pun intended. Tiny Exia. Arknights is loving to give childhood versions of all of the characters nowadays. I pray that the sick people in Faber Central Hospital get better. I pray that Papa, Mama, and my sister will always be safe, healthy, and happy. I pray that the Lord will always be with us. I pray that the spiritual light will always shine on Laterano. I thought the experiment was over, Lemuel. Didn't you hear? The investigators came to school today to tell us our results. They even brought fruit tarts. Wow. The 2 patient groups at Faber Central Hospital were discharged today. Basically, their recovery had nothing to do with our praying the past 2 months. The investigators told us not to be sad. It was all a social experiment by the 6th Tribunal. Was Exia's real name Lemuel? Is that why she's L? That would make sense. So their parents named them Lemuin and Lemuel? I wouldn't do that, but sure. If prayer doesn't help, why do we pray? Oh. Alright. Luckily, I remember these 2 people's voices, but I did not expect to see either of them. Another report from Nuova Volsini. Over the past 6 months, they have established trade with 17 nomadic cities, like the dire swine that never rests. In the process, they have sown new seeds across all Syracusa. It sounds like you approve of Nuova Volsini's interactions with other cities, but do not intend to endorse their promotion of the new Urban Management Act. You were the one who told me the youth need to be tested further after you returned from Carnivale. I suppose I recall something to that effect. News from Terni. Unusual movement in the Lupu Karn. The Golden Empress has been actively issuing edicts, while her counterpart has not been seen in public for a long time. Our neighbors seem eager to change. Desperate, even. Not just like Tanya. There are more than enough new sprouts upon this land. Matters of the Familia should not occupy any more of Syracuse's time. You seem ready to fall asleep. It's almost time for my siesta. Do you like this fabric? I can have a suit made for you. I just have the tailor in mind. I appreciate the offer, but there's no need. Still prefer your cassock? I am a priest, Cecilia. But there is no church in the city. It's been almost 70 years since you left Laterano, hasn't it? 68. The Sancta sense of self is as persistent as our sweet tooth. But you never thought about going back. You have no need to. The walls are still white, the people still happy. Nothing changes in paradise. Otherwise, you wouldn't have come with me to Syracusa. I'm not so sure. Oh. My hand's been trembling every time I grip my patron firearm. Maybe my old house in the Holy City has sprung a leak. We're relics of a bygone age, Cecilia. You know how old people have hunches about certain things. Oh. Oh, totally off topic. I know why my bitrate's so low. OBS reset my bitrate. OBS. Alright, that's fixed now. You should take a nap on the sofa. Maybe we can find another setting to talk once the down payment for this fabric has been made. Sorry. Nor. You just fall over? Father, you didn't just fall asleep on your feet, did you, Father? Are you alright? Ugh. Oh, we're just getting all of the Sancta. I guess it makes sense because this is probably going to affect all of them. What? That all? Dilla, is the boss alright? Why do you ask? These are all documents that he reviewed. The only thing legal changed was the formatting. He shouldn't need to spend so much time with them, should he? I think Mr. Cliff is looking at that letter. The letter from the frontier. What was the name on it again? Woodrow? But there are only 4 words in it. Am, well, take care. That's it. I've heard a couple of things from about Davistown. What are you getting at? This ship will be approaching Max DC in 12 hours' time. How long have we been planning our entry into the capital market? There's still a lot of problems to solve. Look at the people behind me. All our top ranks are waiting for the boss's orders. But at a time like this, he's all tied up with his I don't even know what to call him. Mr. Cliff went to meet a certain Mr. Jackson before we set out. The vice president? Do you mean to say the boss has gotten the official nod into our cooperation with the companies in DC? Don't get too excited. No employee of Black Steel Worldwide should doubt Chip Cliff, or Cliff Clipcliff. Not Chipcliff. Clipcliff. Anything you don't think of, he will. Anything you can't figure out, he will. He was the one who put this team together, and he was the one who spread firearms beyond the walls of Laterano. He was the one who expanded our businesses across the frontier and beyond Columbia. Mr. Cliff is a great leader and a remarkable Sancta. I agree completely, but have you seen the look on his face? What could those 4 words have done to him? Ladies and gentlemen. What? Did the power go out? Did some stupid merc knock something over, or did engineering cross the wrong wires? Maybe it is literally going dark. Although why would black steel go dark? Jessica! Good news. The wildfire's finally extinguished. The bad news is that half the hillside has been burned away. Woody, are you okay? Are you hurt? No. I'm fine. It's nothing. He just came back from the woods to the west, where the worst of the fires were. He braved the flames to clear a control line. He might have forgotten his age. Can't let the fire take it all. Not when things are fine looking up in these parts. I'm fine. Really, I am. That's good to hear. I was worried. Say, Woody, do you want to look at this? That's thick. Some kind of important document? It's from Black Steel. You're not gonna open it, Woody? No, I don't think I want to. What if it's a whole stack of gold certificates? Would go a long way to fill in the gap of that fire's left behind. Well then, you open it. Gladly. Well, Mr. Cliff sure can write a letter. It's so long the end is touching the ground. What's the matter, Woody? I suddenly have a headache. Is it the letter or your wounds? Hey, it's these two. Were you waiting long? Mr. Ezel. Happy birthday, Cecilia. This cake... I, made it out of sweet potato. I couldn't find cream or confetti sugar, so I sprinkled some dried vegetables on top of it. I tried to find the ones that had better colors. Sorry, I did my best. Slaves don't have access to the nicest things. Galena helped out. It's lovely. Make a wish, Cecilia. Well, I can guess what you'll wish for. Don't worry. I've been asking around. We'll find your father. Yeah. My wish today is I want to blow out the candles with you. Huh? You've been helping me ever since I lost my mama. You even quit your job at the Notorial Hall. Coming all the way here to Castle with me. And apparently getting enslaved, question mark? You've been by my side for so long. I know you're in a lot of danger here, where my papa was born. It was you who taught me not to give up hope. That's why I want you to do this with me. The last thing at my birthday party. Cecilia. Okay. There was a comic, a little manga about them going to Kasdal. Nothing really happens. Besides just like character bonding and growth. I don't remember if they were enslaved though. I don't think that was part of it. The whatever happens with Laterano could also involve Cecilia, because Cecilia's whole thing is that she's not supposed to exist based on how the understanding of genetics works for Sancta. Ezel feels the warmth of Cecilia's hand in his own. He sees the birthday cake made from sweet potatoes and the girl with eyes full of excitement and the big smile on her face. Before the flickering candlelight, both of them bow their heads and begin to pray. The order of Laterano shine upon us. Show us the path of life, that we may ever live in joy. East of the east of La Unidad. Laterano, holy city of white. Oh snap. The 5 stars are coming back into the stories. I like this. It's still surprising every time it happens, but it is happening more often. I did not retain what she sounds like though, so we'll just go with something for now. Is that you, Aurelia? Yo! Damn, they're cool. They're cooler than the other knight we see a lot. They also have horns? That's interesting. Such noise. We're due for hymns in 10 minutes. The children are practicing. I'm talking about you, Nueda. Is it done? Buried in the backyard. You can breathe easy now. Didn't you wash the blood off first? The children will come by at any time. What? Are you afraid they might see me? Afraid they might hear their beloved sister Noeda talk of killing people with that terrifying piece of metal? Don't talk like that. We wouldn't be here if not for you. Because you took up that gun, I'm able to teach them hymns and tuck them into bed. Was it Singa soldiers or true Bolivarian guerrillas this time? Does it make a difference? A bunch of stinking paristos who only know how to take from others.
Never mind. There were shitholes like this when I lived in Laterano. Or never imagined, rather.
I know. These sorts of things don't happen where you come from in Laterano. Your weapon, your dress, your habits, you still carry yourself as a Lateran.
A Lateran? Pah. Honestly, I still don't know why you follow the Lateran faith.
I grew up in Bolivar, with no one to rely on. All I've ever known are these parasitos. I wanted to believe that there are more to the land than ruined houses and barren fields, more than just war and death and taxes. I wanted to believe that there was a place full of food, flowers, and hope.
And you wanted those chicos to believe it too.
One person's faith is no faith at all. We all need to look out for each other, like you and I do.
I wouldn't say we're looking out for one another.
Shush, Arulia. You have protected this place as the Holy Light protects Laterano. You've let me imagine a paradise bathed in holy light, even if I've never been there.
Which is for the better. If you really do believe in a paradise bathed in holy light, it's definitely not Laterano you're looking for. Look elsewhere. We're about to abandon this abbey, after all. Time to go, sister. The children are waiting for you to lead the last verse.
Arulia.
Yes.
Why did you leave Laterano?
Because I sinned. That's why, idiota.
Also, Gracebearer is, I think, a Kulkakakan. So there's at least 2 of them out there. Nueda pushes the chapel door open. East of the east of La Unidad, Laterano, holy city of white. Where the earth hides no bombs, there the fields share wheat most bright. Abode of our Lord, font of paternal love, he hears our prayers, he grants our wishes, all shall bask in his love. In the legless, even the armless. This might be our last Vespers. For years, we've tried to keep a low profile in this lawless land to avoid the attention of the Singas, nobles, and the thugs who call themselves guerrillas. But they followed the trail of some escaped convicts and found our abbey. They're now looking for our farms and burden beasts. Aurela has scouted the area. Tonight, she will lead us through a nearby canyon, and we will leave this place. We might go north into the plains or south into the jungles. It will be a long trip. We've been blessed with a good harvest. We still have enough food. Sister. Don't worry, Ugo. Trust Aurelia. Trust me. Trust yourself and those around you. And trust Laterano. Keep her voice steady. You remember the last verse, don't you? East of La Unidad. East, or Laterano, holy city of white. The guns there shoot fireworks. Targets are all apples. Through the chapel windows... This is a weird song. Through the chapel windows, Nueda watches the sunset. The halos of the Sanctas in the procession continue to illuminate the room and the choir sings. Also, there's a lot of Sancta in this place, apparently. She has sung these hymns countless times. It is said that they were first written down by the saints on their long and difficult journeys, and passed down through the centuries, translated and arranged by Bolivarian scholars. Laterano will protect them through briar and bramble, through the long, cold night. All of their halos just shattered. God is very displeased, apparently. What the? Perhaps the sun left too soon and forgot to leave some light. The halos and wings of the Sanctas in the choir suddenly shatter, and their light is extinguished. Nueda is stunned. Her esoteric knowledge is vast thanks to the legacy of the Ku'akukulkan, but not a single word or symbol explains the scene before her eyes. She is so stunned that she forgets to stop singing, murmuring the hymns by sheer instinct. Trembling voices echo through the chapel. Abode of our Lord, font of paternal love, he punishes evil and drives out injustice. All shall bask in his love, whether they have scars or stones. When we pray sincere, he gives us bread. When we seek salvation, he sets us free. Yeah, so just a mass all across the globe, just all the Sancta halos just all crack.
Merda.
Near your halo. Diamine. What'd she say? Diamine. Okay, diamine. The first thing that comes up for diamine is an amino acid, which don't think that's what she was saying. Maybe it was just someone's name. No, it means like it's an expletive actually. It means like good heavens, perhaps. Is one translation. What's going on? Calm down, we figured out what's going on. Somebody forgot to set the right parameters when testing a gun at the firing range. Accidentally overloaded the power grid. Engineering's on it and the power should come back any minute now, although something doesn't feel quite right. It's pitch black, of course something doesn't feel right. That's it, where's Mr. Cliff's halo? It should be shining like a lamp. Mr. Cliff? Shame they didn't draw them all with cracked halos, though. Woody, I'll get a doctor. Woody, no. I think they did draw them with this, like, weird aura thing going on, though. I think that's, I guess, what they decided to do. Mr. Azel, your halo, your wings, what? I'm fallen. Why? Was it my fault? Laterano. I like seeing all that. I want to also see what's going on Rose Island. Because there's several Sancta there too. Ambriel and Irene, or however his name's pronounced. And what's his name? Adanackle. Actually, I guess there isn't that many on Rose Island currently. Senora Lemoine! Saw you from across the street, but you didn't answer when I called your name. Oh, I'm sorry. I was about to... Oh, I forgot. It's your first day. Let's see, Your Eminence Cardinal Lemoine. Is that right? It's giving me goosebumps. Yeah, from submitting the application to becoming a Cardinal's aide to finally getting into the job, it all took, 2 years, right? Isn't that a new record for the 7th Tribunal? It took so much longer than breaking the wheelchair speed shooting record. Oh, it's a joke. Well, we all look up to you. There are 200 households up and down 3 streets waiting for you to deliver the system milk for their morning fruit tart and post-meal desserts. Meanwhile, how often is a cardinal's presence really needed for diplomatic and national security business in Laterano? Who's to say which one of us is more important to the city? Fair point, I guess. I should get to work. I'll leave you your system milk at the door, 2 servings as usual. Yes. Where's Senora Lemuel working anyway? One day I hear it's a logistics company in Lungman, the next day I hear it's a security for that pharma company called Rose Island. I miss her. It's been a long time since I last saw her. Who knows? Maybe she'll just show up tomorrow and she wouldn't be happy if the fridge were empty. You got that right. Isn't this a bit of a detour if you're headed to the 7th Tribunal? Just visiting a friend I haven't seen in a long time. I see. Have a nice day, Cardinal Lemoine. Have an uneventful day. May the law be with you and me. Have a nice day. So she's up and about now. Lemoine greets a few familiar faces on the way, then makes a turn at a corner onto an utterly unremarkable street. The clouds cast their shadows on the pristine paths. A breeze brings a sweet aroma in the air along with it. Soon the surroundings glow quiet as Lemuel approaches her destination. Her life has undoubtedly changed, but her steps are light. She gladly welcomes these changes. Lemuel has always been that way. The Laterans have always been that way. Have an uneventful day. May the law be with you and me. Lemuel utters those words. This is fancy. At the end of the street is a massive building that nearly touches the clouds. The streamlined structures seem decidedly out of place along the low profile of church buildings around it. It is no exaggeration to say that this virtually appeared out of nowhere, yet it also seems like it has always been there. I was wondering about that in the trailer. It welcomes Lemuel's arrival with open arms. It has a really big building. I wonder if we don't have a timeline, so like seemingly that ending there was maybe before everything happens, or maybe it only happens to people outside of Laterano. But I don't believe that's to be the case. Order: when your calls ignored for so long suddenly receive a response, will you shudder with relief as your dreams are realized, or will everything feel unreal? Can't help but notice the currency seems to be pacifiers. That's a bit strange, but okay. Alright, so oh, you know what I didn't do? I forgot to do? Upgrade Frederico again. Okay.
No need for introductions. I'm already familiar with everyone here.
We can do that, I guess.
The law itself has no power. It calls for enforcers.
I mean, we do have Enforcer, I guess we could use. Oh, we should have Arturia, obviously.
What audience have you picked for me today?
Yeah, I mean, Enforcer, I guess. Maybe if he does something, this is an option. Arquetta, maybe if she does something? Probably not. Probably not. We don't need both executors, but I guess that's an option too.
Leave the toughest one for me.
We won't forget.
Technically, I guess Gracebearer is actually in this, so probably more so than, or not, or that's like gonna be the only mention of her. They introduce a really cool character with her, and then like we never see anything about that because they are in Bolivar, so I'm not sure how much of a role they're actually gonna play.
I would be delighted to join your team, Doctor, but I'm hoping you will stay away when I'm fighting. Maybe you wouldn't mind it, but to me, you're too good of a person to have to face that.
I have attempted a few combat techniques, and they have yielded excellent results.
Don't know if I have. Yeah, I don't have guard chips, so I totally forgot about him. So I don't have guard chips right now, so he's just gonna sit there for now. They updated the auto system, the auto play system, yeah. Auto grinds so much faster. Oh yeah. Autoplay rework. Now players only need to run it once to obtain multiple instances of their rewards. Awesome. That will help so much on levels where the auto deploy sometimes just decides not to work one day. Also, 3 additional rooms were added to the base again? My goodness, I haven't finished decorating the other ones. We'll use this team for now. Danger. Repeat. Danger. Danger level analyzing. Unknown. Removing restrictions. Unlocking bottom level computing area. Deductive computing power exceeds maximum. Batarano. Explosion. This is the girl from Guide Ahead? Oof. I'll be honest, I didn't look up anyone's voices. I meant to, and then I forgot, and then I was like, I can't be bothered right now. Finally, I can catch my breath. I don't think I've talked so much in my entire life. And I've got another lifetime's worth of talking to do tomorrow. How about we trade jobs then? I'll greet the Kasdelian delegation. You deal with the 13 nomadic abbeys scheduled to arrive tomorrow. How's that? All this running around is hard on my old bones. There's gonna be a Kasdel delegation? Okay, that's a good improvement. That will not be necessary, Reverend Patrizion.
How is communicating with our new Sarkaz friend?
Fine enough. Not all the Sarkaz have set aside their hatred. That ancient revenant with Speaker Wishadel, for example, got rather worked up at the mere sight of the matriarch. But the Speaker shut them up. She's been so magnanimous that I've having trouble reconciling my impression of the rumors I've heard of her. Wishadel magnanimous? Huh. He turned over a new leaf? The chief spokesman of the Kazdelian delegation is a lich by the name of Fremont. I wish you could have seen it. A 3-hour debate in which he engaged 17 cardinals from the 1st and 6th tribunals in a, well, animated exchange of opinions, encompassing everything from politics to the law, from faith to life and death. Small wonder that whole procession of cardinals was spotted around guava juice machines afterwards. They must have been soothing their parched lips and throats.
Such high energy at this age. I envy the man.
Long story short, Kazdel accepted our proposals. The royal court will review the legacy of royal authority, and the Sarkaz will unite through meditation. Or through the meditation of Laterano. Or mediation? Probably mediation, not meditation. Mediation.
I have spoken to the Empress's voice. The Latanian delegation will arrive at the Holy City early tomorrow morning.
Now that's something you don't see every day.
Remember how few answered the call of the First Summit of Nations 2 years ago? Most thought the Lateran Declaration was little more than a piece of paper. Empty posturing. Empress Evigagonda declined our invitation then. This time she's proactively asking to take part in the Summit of Nations. Even Empress Grimlocked, who has long been out of public eye, came out of seclusion to join the envoy and visit Laterano.
Huh? Which one? Wait, which one died? Grimmocked was the one who survived, right? Or is this what? They already mentioned what implied that this is definitely after Zwilling's throne. So how is Avigananda proactively taking part 'Cause she should technically, like, be dead. Unless it's fake papers pretending that, like, oh yeah, this is totally the Empress writing, like, papers, like, messages being like, yes, let's do this thing, but it's not her, right? Just fake. I guess that must be it. I know they're not, like, open. Yeah, like, they never, like, were like, yeah, she's dead. They're just like, her voice went silent or something like that, right? That was, like, how they worded it every time. And she's just not making public appearances right now. But Grimlock is the one who came back, but apparently she's also been out of the public eye. It's a strong show of good faith from Lytania. Shall we say the second Summit of Nations has already met expectations?
Exceeded them, Cardinal Velive. Colombia, Ursus, Yin, even distant Aegir, all nations that should be here now are present.
It's like a dream.
Only the inevitable result of Laterano's development over the ages. The prophesied calamity draws near, the black snow on the ice of Sami, the hole in the sky above Lytania, even the raging tides that dash against the coast, are all portents of its inevitable arrival. In the face of calamity, everyone wants order, Lateran order.
You're correct, but even after all our preparation, the sight still feels unfamiliar.
If it's like that for you, imagine how it must be for everyone else. Even if one has heard of the path of Laterano as paved in response to the prophesied calamity countless times during one's enlightenment. One cannot help but hesitate when coming face to face with the ultimate end.
What about yourself?
It's bad form to flaunt one's age, but when you get to be my age, there's not much to hesitate about.
Are you ready to retire?
I can hardly bite through a cactus tart these days. This summit may be the last I can do for Laterano.
That might have more to do with your taste in food, Reverend. I would have thought I would have a hard time biting through one of those, cactus tarts you're talking about. You are aware that all cactus tarts among the refreshments were made especially for you. Literally, no one else in all of Laterano has any interest in them. Then how do they exist?
You must be joking. The cactus taunts were a recommendation from an old friend, a true connoisseur of desserts. Oh, what was his name again? Doesn't matter. Back to the topic at hand. The doubts among the people take the subsequent ceremony at the Shrine of Nurtury all the more important. We must show everyone, who in the most forceful manner, the potential of Laterano.
Of course. I'll get on the handover of the 7th Tribunal immediately. When the Summit of Nations gets underway, I will head to the shrine and ensure that the ceremony is executed without a hitch.
No need to rush. No, never mind. Young people are all the same. They complain a lot, but they have no patience when the time comes for action.
Are you reminded of your Fia? I believe she has returned according to the mission logs.
Yes, we'll have a family get-together tomorrow. I hope she likes my gift.
Uh-oh. Emergency alert.
Oh.
The Shrine of Nurtury. What a miracle. Lemuin, Cardinal of the 7th Tribunal, go ahead.
Cardinal Lemuin, your presence is required at Via Jovita, August Stavonis, to investigate a possible bombing.
Reverend Patricion, I don't believe this was on today's schedule.
You may not understand, as you were recently recreated, but emergency assignments take precedence over all other assignments. Please, regardless of organ.
An emergency assignment? But where did this decision come from? Is there any documentation to reference?
Whether a situation is an emergency or not always is self-evident. There is no need for additional determination. Someone of unknown identity and in possession of unregistered explosives has been seen in public multiple times without notarial hall oversight. This is a grave threat to the Order of Laterano. The centuries-long peace of the Holy City must not be broken by an illegal explosion during the Summit of Nations with the eyes of all lands upon us. The suspect has been sighted at Viva Jovita in Bagastavonis. You are the nearest officer of the Curia. Proceed to the scene immediately. Your aides and notarial hall executors will join you, ETA approximately 10 minutes following your arrival.
Understood.
Lemuin.
What else do I need to know?
I meant to congratulate you on your creation, but I guess it should wait for tomorrow's gathering.
Well, you be there. We all know you've gotten busier as your retirement draws nearer. And you always
put my duties first, I can't deny that. I've postponed meetings with old friends so many times that I can hardly remember their names, leaving me too embarrassed to meet them anymore. But I'll try to make the gathering tomorrow.
Take care, Reverend. I'll head to Via Jovita immediately. Can you hear me? Lemuin. I'm near Shrine of Nurtury, but something has come up and I need to be elsewhere. Did you say something? I couldn't make it out. Why are you whispering? You're not the type to keep your voice down. No, Lemuin, you misunderstand. I'm fine, but there's a situation. I need to stay hidden and keep quiet. See you at Fiametta's thing, then. Sure. Take care. You. Hall of Nurture. I guess maybe that's why maybe they were in the Hall of Nurture in the trailer. That's why there was a bunch of children. Just like a school or something. He's here. He might be whispering, but he can't fool my ears. I don't need you to guess where he is. He's not behind the curtains or the pillars. This wardrobe is only half his height. There's no way he could hide in there. That's what he'd want us to think. What a dummy. It's not that he's dumb, it's that we're too smart. We found you, Senor Nurturer. And a win. Got a job? After everything, he got a job? Color me surprised. This is not how I thought he'd show back up if he was going to do it. All right. You got me. 30 extra minutes of free time today. Yay! They get 30 extra minutes for winning hide and seek? That's crazy. Let's play Halo, Senor Nurturer. I'll be the first to get in the bottle, the first one out front, then the first one you hug. Then we'll hold hands and meet the other kids behind when they come out. Why does this person look like the frozen monstrosity? Why is frozen monstrosity aesthetic reappearing all the time? Why did they seemingly have ears when they also have a halo and wings? I don't know. Are you bothering Anduin again, children? They just want to play a little longer. It's all fine. Giselle, Romeo, go make your preparations at the Hall of Enlightenment. We can start the game once I get there, okay? Don't you ever say no to children. I guess that's why they trust you and look up to you. Just a few weeks ago, they were terrified of these unfamiliar halls. It was a struggle to just get them to change clothes. Now they feel at home, all thanks to you. I didn't do anything except stay with them. You're very much like the matriarch. Down to your humility. Just having you with them makes all the difference. Was it not your companionship that helped the mother you and the matriarch brought back through the worst? I remember the first thing the surgeon did after leaving the operating room was check if he still had his halo. He could not understand how the mother managed to survive with her baby after her abdomen was impaled by a spear. It was a miracle. We'll call it a miracle once she's successfully given birth. Meanwhile, I'll continue to care for her as best I can. I'm beginning to understand why the matriarch holds you in such high regard. It is reassuring to know that you are in charge of the most important duty of nativity, the delivery of the child. The Shrine of Nurture will be ready for oral operation if the nativity goes well. Every child born on Terra henceforth shall have the protection and blessing of the Holy City. That will be the true miracle. I hope so. I do hope so. I must not keep you any longer. Giselle and Romaya are still waiting for you. Every child on Terra? What are they up to? Via Jovita, Pagus Stavonis. It's quiet. A procession of halos stretches from one end of the street to the other. No one stops and there is no commotion. Someone may step out of the procession to enter a passing confessional or pick up an ice cream cone from a dessert cart before continuing on their soundless parade. Passing confessional? They just have like taxi confessionals? Silence and order. This is how things have always been in Laterano, the Holy City. I'm in position. Identifying suspicious personnel. No unusual activity in this at this time. A figure flashes by a corner in the distance. The wind blows her hood open briefly, revealing a streak of bright red. Everyone's getting a habit today.
My ears are sharp, so when I stop, you stop. Che posto stupendo. Soon to tell flowers imbibe. The lady in suit and tie dance with her blade.
Enemy engaged. Let's end this quickly.
Oh, I should try adding a jet engine next time.
Soon to Tore. Hate and resentment have no place. but in a burst of autumn red.
Switching forms.
I shall
Target crippled.
Deployment optimized. Ready to go.
Go ahead. Target discerned.
So much negotiation. Why the rush? The road to the afterlife is crowded enough.
Mission accomplished.
Have you checked all the intersections? Yes, Your Eminence. We didn't find any suspicious individuals. We also interviewed potential witnesses nearby, but at this time we have no concrete leads. Mushrooms might spring up on a wet pillar by themselves, but bombs don't, do they? How could they? With the exception of public officers of the Curia and the Shrine of Nurtury, anyone who is in possession of explosives is subject to surveillance by the Notarial Hall. Why is the children allowed to have bombs? What? Huh? It's been years since an unplanned gunshot last rang out in Laterano. Never mind an explosion. Lemuin bends down and retrieves a bomb fragment from the damaged pillar. It's pretty sophisticated. If a bomb like this was filled with standard explosives, the blast would have damaged far more than just one pillar. You mean it was homemade, but why? A practical joke? The Lateran arms control list was compiled by the Curia's extremely experienced explosive experts. Pretty much anything that could possibly cause a good-sized explosion is on there. It would take considerable effort to assemble a bomb like this using materials not on the list. No one would do this for a whimsical practical joke. Besides, today is no ordinary occasion. The Second Summit of Nations is underway. Lemuin recalls the streak of red. She feels a bit of unease and even more perplexity. Give me the files and recent movements around Via Jovita. Correction, all of Pagus Devonis. What is it? Files that are clearly relevant to the case at hand should have been retrieved the moment they received our orders. There you are. Yeah, forgive me. Cardinal Lemuin. Here are the files you requested. My name is Amos. I'm an investigator from with the 7th Tribunal. I'll be serving as your aide and conclavist. You're late, Amos. Patrician Said you'd be here approximately 10 minutes after I arrived at the scene. Here we are, 30 minutes later. I'm so sorry, I was preparing refreshments for the welcome ceremony. I didn't think it'd be so urgent. Shush. I assume you've heard about me. If the 7th Tribunal appointed you as my aide. Lemuin the Silent. I tolerate no excuses. Want some ice cream, Federico? This one's on me. I am not in the habit of enjoying dessert in the middle of a mission. Besides, I have already partook before leaving the tutorial hall. So it was you who took the last cup from the lounge. How about you tell me why you rushed out of the tutorial hall in such a hurry? Reward me for solving that case, so to speak. You've been standing at this intersection for 10 minutes. There's nothing here. I am under no obligation to share my private affairs with colleagues. You said you're in the middle of a mission. What's that sound? Oh, you were waiting for a confessional. You've certainly accumulated your fair share of sins as the executor with the highest rate of complaints in the tutorial hall, but it's still a huge surprise to see you proactively seeking confession. Here. But I expensed the cost of a city of gold blind box on that field mission to Sargon, which resulted in my reimbursement being twice as much as what was actually spent on mission costs. I went out my door with shame weighing on my heart and spotted a confessional driving by. Anyway, long story short, I got myself an annual pass. You can borrow it. There's annual passes? Arrival announcement. Automated confessional El Caro 001 is arriving at this station. Please line up to enjoy confessional services. May all who are lost find salvation. And they're self-driving? Self-driving automated confessionals? With annual passes? I thought Laterano was goofy already, but this is taking the cake. Pun intended. The confessional enters their view and Federico reaches out. Huh? Even a robot knows you don't have any emotional needs, Federico. Virtually every Lateran comes into contact with confessionals in the course of their daily lives. In a way, these machines hold more diverse and comprehensive data than that stored in the notarial hull. They form natural archives, revealing abnormalities. I have arrived at certain conclusions. Whoa, 1 second, Federico. You don't have to share your conclusions, but could you at least explain what you're looking for? Self-reflection is part of the daily studies of the faithful. As an extension of the church, there are almost as many confessionals in Holy City as there are dessert carts. These mobile public facilities roam the streets and alleys of Laterano, ensuring that citizens' emotional relief is always immediately available. In the tiny private space among the Holy Scriptures, guns, and pleasant music, a penitent may spill their guts to the electronic confessor. Sins could range from the shame of consuming too much sugar to the crime of betraying one's kin, or bringing harm to one's people. After rejecting Federico, the automated confessional El Caro 001 stops in an alley, opening its door to allow a mysterious guest to enter. You're late, Exia. You were the one who told me to be careful. I made sure I didn't have a tail in my butt, but you didn't give that stone-faced guy a chance to fiddle with anything. He may have observed something abnormal about me. Let's pray he doesn't catch you and tear you apart piece by piece. Has this confessional gained sentience? What is it? You changed your clothes. Of course I did. A penguin logistics uniform is way too conspicuous for Laterano. I designed this outfit myself. I've only worn it once at my graduation. And it's you who should be talking about. Do you know how weird it is to hear your voice come out of the confessional speakers? Back on topic, the experiment failed. I hate to admit it, but yes. It took so much effort to bring the replacement materials, the market, the bakery, the playground, the school secret shop. I went through every single source I could think of. And it didn't even blast a pillar in two. Any material that's even halfway decent is restricted, and no one could even answer when I asked why. Not because of this Summit of Nations, right? If anyone in Laterano thought the beautiful sight and sound of an explosion would it be any threat to the Summit of Nations? Oh, then it's not me with the problem, it's Laterano. As for the Summit of Nations, they just announced the final event of the whole deal, some nativity ceremony in that shrine. Are you telling me they built a building big enough to be seen from any corner of Laterano, not as a dessert museum, but to put on some kind of live birthing show? Wait, the giant building is the nativity thing? Okay. The Shrine of Nurturing? What is going on? Something weird's happening in Laterano. Maybe that's why they all fall. And I wasn't sure when they were first talking about it, but now I'm pretty sure I am, based on what Exia is saying, is that Yeah, when the first Summit of Nations was happening and got ahead, there were like explosions on the streets and stuff. People were having fun, but it seems like after that they cracked down on that sort of thing. So maybe the law is like you guys are losing your way, and so that's why this happens. You have corroborated the anomaly of your home with your own eyes, as you had hoped. As you can see, this is not the Laterano you know. It's not like I could just trust you blindly. You're just an electronic confessor after all. And now I believe you. There's something really wrong with Laterano, and the worst part is nobody thinks anything's wrong at all. The shrine and the ceremony, if all the anomalies are centered around the two of them. And then it's on us to bomb them, isn't it? I figured out how to blow up the shrine that big using only common household items. Shouldn't every university in Laterano give me a Lifetime Achievement Award? As long as you reawaken their love of explosions. So something's classic scenario of something has like blinded society and to make everyone believe like society's always been one way, but it hasn't been. So now everyone's doing what they think has always been doing, which apparently has something to do with a giant school or for children? Maybe like a weird baptism thing? I don't know. But also the children can have explosions. Can you believe it? The Lotterans need someone to remind them that they love explosions. Sounds like a nightmare, doesn't it? Shouldn't take more than an afternoon at the firearms workshop to do the job. Oh yeah, the firearms workshop. The workshop may be closed, but the people are still around. One moment, Exia. I know what you're gonna say. It's too dangerous. Firearms workshop is the first place they would look if anything happened, right? Don't worry, I'll be careful. You do the same, and don't get yourself taken apart. That's my job once this is all over and done with. Anyway, welcome to Laterano. My investigation is now concluded. I thank you all for your contributions. We can go back to the 7th Tribunal once we've signed off on the paperwork. If the refreshments are at the welcome ceremony haven't gone stale yet, then may I count on your assistance in eliminating them with extreme prejudice. I would like you to accompany me to see the Gun Knights, Amos. Is there a problem?
If by Gun Knights you mean Reverend Patrizion, I'll ask Joshua to accompany you.
Explain.
There was an incident a decade ago when a nomadic abbey was escorting prisoners back to Laterano.
A terrible fight broke out between a gun knight and her cohort. By the time the courier sent someone, much blood had been spilled, and the gun knight had fallen. She was exiled from Laterano and has not been heard from since.
I've heard of the case.
That gun knight was my wife. Oh. Aurelia? Was Aurelia his wife? It was Reverend Patrician who led the cleanup duty and exiled her.
You've been with the 7th Tribunal far longer than I have, Conclavist. Almost. I don't need to remind you of your duty and the duty of the Gun Knights.
No, you misunderstand. My wife was entirely at fault. Any Sancto who raises their patron firearm against one of their own must be judged by the law and expelled from paradise. I'm in no position to criticize Reverend Gun Knight Patrician. However, I can't bring myself to see him like this either.
Is that how you've handled any previous dealings with the Gun Knights?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm very sorry. Give me 5 minutes. I'll try and collect myself, and maybe I can go with you.
I don't mean to reprimand you. I just think that this is part of what we do at the 7th Tribunal. We spend our time seeing people we don't want to see, and not seeing the people we want to see, or worse, seeing the people we want to see in the worst ways possible. I hated handing down instructions to Mastema and the others.
But they said you volunteered to join the 7th Tribunal.
Because there's a lot I can do here. The same goes for you, Amos.
Thank you, but I don't really have aspirations. It was like that when my wife was around, and even more so after she left.
There's a lot at the 7th Tribunal that needs doing. For example, there are still several firearm workshops that need attention. It's our first priority right now. The seizure of the firearms workshop must proceed without a hitch in order to prevent any more explosions. I'll leave it to you. Be quick, won't you?
I wonder if the this curtain, this shroud that maybe has fallen over Laterano, blinding people, is also why in the trailer that digitalness, that like glitchiness, maybe that was representing that they're not seeing the real world.
Are you tired? You've gone through 6 rows of wheat with your sickle since dawn. Perhaps you should take a break by the haystacks. Arturia.
Arturia is a farmer now?
I'm not so frail. Besides, nothing. I just wanted to see where the fields end. I can't make out the boundary. Even my music can't penetrate it.
You'll have to work harder. No, it is Arketo. Wow.
We meet again, Sister Hildegard.
Her new outfit too. You don't see the costumes very often in the story. Actually, I don't know if I've ever seen like pretty much the costumes in the story. Maybe besides the swimsuit ones at the beach.
Good afternoon, Arteria. I brought your lunch bread, some ice cream crackers, and a large mug of craft beer. Thank you. Work harder, you said. What I mean is, there's plenty for us to do. Look at that gold stalk, the undulating waves of wheat. It's another bumper harvest in Laterano. Unfortunately, I couldn't look up. I wouldn't be able to look up her voice. I think it was only in a operator record, and I don't think I saved that. So she has a new voice now. Although we do canonically know that her voice is now smoother. Setting aside our own food stocks, London Monastery will be able to put twice as much grain as usual into Sister Bee's milk, bread, and craft beer this year. It'll be a good source of income. Why are you laughing? The way you talk about life makes me appreciate this prison even more, Sister Hildegard. The respect you show for this prison makes me appreciate you even more, Arteria. I'm very curious about your transgressions. I heard the other nuns say that your music is beautiful but dangerous. I have a question. If I recall correctly, London Monastery was founded to protect the Pope and important clerics of the Lateran Church. Which makes me wonder when this place became a prison.
She was pardoned. I know that for a fact. And made a saint at the end of Zwillingstrom. So maybe this is part of the weird altered reality or something that's happening.
It is not protecting important clerics in the peace of Laterano to put certain individuals not of note under observation. The significance of London Monastery has never changed. Besides, the more important the monastery is to the Holy City, the less likely we will fall insolvent. How did you accumulate to this or acclimate to this place so quickly as a Liberi? What do you mean? I grew up here. I see. I almost forgot. This is what you requested yesterday. Gratias. What made you want to read the Saint's Travels all of a sudden?
Arteria gazes into the distance. Behind her, the worn image of the monastery. Before her, a golden sea of wheat. The wheat field runs to the edge of the holy city and seems to extend infinitely into the distance. The breeze blowing through the wheat makes nary a sound. Laterano seems to slumber.
Penance, of course. What other reason might a prisoner have?
A battle without an explosion or cheering makes me feel a little uneasy. Let's head back. A drink? Maybe next time.
Strange days in the Holy City. If you are so used to the Holy City being an eternal spotless white, then how would you ever notice the changes the sky casts onto it? That mechanic called cosplayer? Are you being attacked by cosplayers?
I'll make him disappear.
Here is a shrine of nursery. Here, thousands upon thousands of children share in the same sweet dream. This is because of the dream tiles installed here, which causes our operators to immediately fall into a dream when deployed on them. What does that mean, though? Dreaming operators cannot attack, gain SP, or use skills, and do not even react when attacked. Operator Gora is here to help. Oh, she's dreaming and can't block an enemy.
Death is in my
Project Red is trying to intervene, but she can neither deal damage nor inflict negative statuses while dreaming. We need to wake up our dreaming operators. It may take a long time for operators to wake up by themselves. Let's have our waking operators help out. We can use slightly extreme measures. Hitting dreaming operators increases their wakefulness until the dreaming operators are fully awake. Injured operators also gain wakefulness when they are healed.
Here I am. Second, break their armor.
Awakened operators seem particularly spirited. Not only have they recovered all their HP, their SP has also been filled out to max. So wow. More enemies are approaching. We need to ensure that enough operators are awake. Look at the children. Look at what the children are wearing. They seem to be playing some kind of character. Maybe they can tell us something if we wake them. I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll be waiting here. This should work.
Oh, she got slept. Are you telling me the children took over the city or something and locked everyone in a dream? Is that what's happening? I knew I never liked children.
I'll go ahead. This arrow will find your throat. Huh? Me?
I will follow your orders.
Oh, the moon is the
Your orders. My bodily fluids aren't the only thing that's chilling.
the wakefulness gauge.
Come on, tell me what you got. The flying chariot.
I don't think the children told me anything though.
Mission accomplished.
I don't know what those kids are gonna do. That kid had a gun, I think.
I remember every enemy I fought. Not a single one escapes.
Maybe the gold, maybe maybe that strange nurturer who looked kind of like the frozen monstrosity is not a person. They also have been mentioning a matriarch, which they've never talked about a matriarch before, so I wonder if they must be involved. Maybe they're the mastermind or something. But they've never talked about any matriarch of anything. firearm tactician. Completed orders will be tallied the following morning. This is a Magister Paganini's firearms workshop. Here you can complete a variety of orders from different parties. Who's that sassy child at the bottom? Coffee will brew 2 cups of espresso every day. Setting an order requires 1 espresso. 2 espressos are automatically obtained when you unlock the gunsmithy. For next year's gunsmith qualification exam, just around the corner, you need to show her how to make a gun of her own. I hope I won't let you down for everything you've done for me, Magister. Oh, it's a fight. Player M2. I haven't unlocked M2. Well, I guess I did technically just do it, but not yet. Okay. Small firearms, easy to carry while doing fieldwork, requires a full set of attachments right-handed. Senior Pagnini, this gun is a gift for a friend's birthday. Money isn't an issue. Purchase if you can get done for September, or December, rather, I can read. That's M4. Boy, sniper operator at least one time. Okay, so these little extra challenges. I see. Okay. Fair enough.
Yo, Doctor, you had lunch yet?
Well. We'll end there. So far, not quite what I expected. Oh, actually. Yeah, look at that. 3 more rooms. Just a big square section over there now. Guess I'll build it.
Debris cleared. Debris cleared. Cancelled.
Still decorating the other rooms. Didn't get that done.
Infrastructure complete. Infrastructure complete. Infrastructure
Mainly because I'm still
slowly but surely am collecting the 2 furniture sets I want, which are only from drops, only from lucky drops, so that makes it annoying, but I'm slowly getting them. Midnight service bar, still missing 4 pieces, and laundry, I'm missing 5 pieces. Almost there. Now I don't know what I'm gonna fill these other 3 rooms with now. I don't know. I did buy Calcin's office for this room. Guess I'll continue to use this anniversary room then. More trust building though. I mean, that's always nice. Anyway. I've also been filling out my my operators in the base, in the work zones. Before they added auto like setup and everything, I used to not fill out all of the slots in like a factory because I just wouldn't have the space in the dormitory and it would like clog up everything. But now that everything's automated, it's so efficient that I actually have tons of room all the time. So now I'm using more characters and new characters and more combinations, which is neat. But that's all for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more. So until then, thank you all for watching. May the sands of time treat you well.